There was a professor named Dr. Luther Cressman. He was one of the first at University of Oregon. He worked a long while at Klamath since the 1930s. He wasn't really an archaeologist, but he was an anthropologist, and he worked so long at Klamath digging at certain places to see what was there, and he found, he always said that Indian basketry was made since prehistoric times, for as he found them when he dug in certain areas of certain caves, he would find that they all matched to the oldest basketry found. And what he found was not just for knowledge for the Northwest. It became big news to the whole world when he worked on the Klamath area. He found ancient sandals. He found over 100 ancient sagebrush sandals under Fort Rock Cave, and a lot of artifacts, more basketry. Oh, what he found, the camel bone in the fire pit. They found ancient horses, and there were mammoths and king salmon. The biggest king salmon came from Klamath and went back and forth into the Pacific Ocean. He discovered 137 sagebrush sandals there. And they didn't know why, but there were so many in one area that they were digging in the cave and found that. The sandals that he found, there was no carbon dating at that time when he found it, so some of his work was found to be 10,000 years old. But when a student found the other sandal at Fort Rock Cave, he found a sandal in the cave at one of the campfires. And that was 13,200 years old. So because of Dr. Cressman, they found how old and how long we've been living there. He said the Klamath Indians were fishing there 7,000 years ago. And then 8,000 years ago is when Crater Lake exploded, and Dr. Cressman saw that the ash in some of the caves were covered the areas that he dug, so it was way under the ash of 8,000 years ago. Worked so hard on Klamath history, trying to find out what happened to the Klamath Tribe, that I would go to the downtown to the Oregon Historical Society. I'd be there every day, and there was an old man that worked there. He was one of their historians. He asked me, what are you doing here all the time? And I said, I'm working on things that Dr. Cressman found about our Indians at Klamath. And we talked for a while, and he said, why don't you go and visit Dr. Cressman and talk to him? I didn't know he was still alive, but I did visit him, and he was in his 90s at that time. And he worked so hard that the Klamath Tribe finally had, I had a powwow up here for Klamath Tribe, and they had up here in Portland. The Klamath Tribe awarded him the Golden Eagle Trophy, which it was to repay him for all the hard work he did all those years. And he was ill that day we had the powwow, so he had appointed someone else to, the tribal chairman of Klamath awarded it to one of his former students. And they gave the trophy to me after the powwow and asked me to deliver it to Dr. Cressman. So I took it down to Eugene to give it to him, and I telephoned him from a little ways from his house because to let him know I was there and I'd be coming over. And when I got there, he was outside on the porch waiting to see the golden eagle. And he ran out there, old as he was, ran down these steps and took the award, and was so happy because nobody had ever given him anything all those years except a plaque, maybe a plaque here or there, because I asked to see some of his awards he got, and he said nobody gave me anything. And I took my two little sons with me, and Marcos and Trini, and Dr. Cressman kept looking at them, thought they were cute, and they were standing for photographs with him, and he'd ruffle their hair on top. And then when I'd have contact later on with him, and other times he would talk to me on the telephone, and he'd say, "Be sure to ruffle the boy's hair for me now." He'd send letters, and we were acquainted a little bit. But he passed away when he was 96 years old, so I'm glad I got to meet him, and such a wonderful, great man.